Hello, welcome everyone. Today we're going to delve into the world of successful fundraising events for nonprofit organizations, and we are going to explore some great strategies to maximize your financial impact while building community connections and amplifying your mission. That was a bunch of jargon to say. We're going to teach you how to do great events for your organization. So first of all, why are fundraising events important? I mean, basically because they raise money. Let's start with that. But further, events offer us a multifaceted approach to securing dollars for our organizations and also give us an opportunity to connect with our donor base on a much deeper, like in-person level. It allows us to strengthen loyalty with our existing donors and also gain new donors. And it elevates our organization's profiles in the community. And it attracts new blood, which is super important. And I think that if you're having success with your fundraisers, then they will become a major part of your budget, hopefully, and a big part of your annual fund. So the pillars of financial success. We want to make sure that we're setting SMART goals, which are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, to ensure that our events have a very clear purpose and a solid direction. We want to identify our target audience, which allows us to tailor the event experience to the interests of our audience, and which will maximize engagement. And we want to develop a very smart and manageable budget so that we aren't like having an event where we're raising $75,000 and spending $50,000, because that, really isn't worth it for us. We want to choose a format that aligns with our goals, our resources, and our brand, and have a really compelling theme that creates excitement, makes people want to show up, and sets the tone for the evening. We want our venue to complement the theme and to make sure that it accommodates the guest count. As you all probably know, that's a moving target. So as you grow, your venue that allowed for 250 people isn't going to work for you when you have 300 or 400. So making sure that you're always adapting. We want to explore various revenue streams to maximize our financial return on investment, and consider tier ticketing options. So having like a VIP level, just a regular ticket price, and of course, corporate and other sponsorships and in-kind donations to help us minimize our expenses. I think it's really important that we spend a moment talking about co-chairs and committee. Some organizations don't even want to bother with co-chairs or committee. I actually think they're incredibly important, and that is because I've worked at many organizations that have done this part really well, and my team at Philanthropy Expert really tries to implement this strategy with the organizations we work with. So you should choose really committed, dedicated co-chairs whom the other committee members respect. You want to make the expectations like crystal clear. So the expectation is that you are going to buy a table and sell 3 more, or the expectation is that you're just going to buy a table. Whatever the expectations are, you want to make them like clear, so that nobody is confused and nobody's saying, that wasn't what I signed up for. You want to make sure that your staff is managing the committee so that the committee can focus on raising money, not on details that keeps them in the weeds. So let's keep them out of the weeds and not talking about, what color the linens are. Like, that is not the way that we want our committee to spend their time. We want them to spend time securing sponsors and selling tables. When we put these fundraising strategies into action, I think you should focus on one thing. And for our organization, for my company, that one thing is sponsorships. Sponsorships to us, that's where we sell out our galas. We often don't ever have any tickets sold because we've sold them out. All those tickets are covered through table sponsorships. And so you want to break them down, different levels, title, sponsor, presenting sponsor, platinum, gold, whatever you decide is the right theme for your organization. And then make sure that you highlight the benefits of those sponsors. You're getting this level of brand recognition, you're getting to speak from the podium, you're going to have these networking opportunities with other CEOs, and making sure, again, that you have sponsorship packages at every level so that you can have as many participants at your event as possible. I believe in auctions and paddle race. Actually, I don't really believe in silent auctions. I believe in live auctions. But I also believe in pre-selling the live auction. And I don't like having more than 3 to 5 items at a live auction, but I want to make sure that I already know who in the audience is going to bid so that there will be no surprises, there will be no awkward silences, there will be a bidder. And so I spend a lot of time identifying that bidder in advance of our events. For a paddle raise, I think it makes a big difference to have a match. So again, do your heavy lifting in advance and find a donor who will do that match for your paddle raise in advance of the event. Engagement is so critical before, during, and after the event. Before the event, you want to hype it up, use social media, make sure that every member of your committee and your co-chairs is constantly hyping up your event on social media, and your organization should be sending emails regularly. You want to partner with local media outlets who will be sort of the official media sponsors of your events. And then optimize the event experience. Make sure that registration goes really smoothly, check-in is really easy. Make sure that it's an engaging event. So having different activities is great. Having different entertainment is fun. And obviously clear calls to action for support. That could be your paddle raise, or that could be calling for volunteers. It could be really anything, but just making sure you're really clear on the front end what you're going to do at the event. The post-event follow-up is absolutely critical. You want to make sure that you're expressing gratitude to those sponsors and donors, people who gave day of, through the paddle raise, through the auction. Share event highlights and photos. You want to make sure that you're, once again, doing sort of post-hype on it, on the event with social media, so that people are talking about it and thinking, oh, wow, like I missed a really great event. I want to make sure I go next year. And then provide opportunities for continued engagement. That could, again, be a volunteer role. It could be joining next year's committee. And on that note, I like to end every event announcing next year's co-chairs and honorees if you have them, and then get started right away so that you have a full year to get started for your next great event. Thank you and good luck.